check it. I'm back. I'm kind of off to the side here, like, because I'm trying, it's hard to look at the lens because it's way off to the side, but I'm trying to leave room here in the frame so I can get a larger image of my picture-in-picture stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this video quickly, but every time I say that I wind up talking for 15 fucking minutes anyway. But I will say this, I am doing this video on one topic, and the topic is, where's his whole name? Let me get this. Dr. Walter Palmer. What a special fucking peach this guy is. In case you've been living in a cave or completely off the grid, let me bring you up to speed. Walter Palmer is the gem of a human being that recently killed Cecil the lion in Africa. A lion that was protected, was in a protected area, and was lured out of this protective area by this shit-stained Palmer. Apparently they had some other carcass, raw meat, that was hanging off the back of their truck, lured Cecil out, shot him with a bow and arrow. That didn't kill him. Cecil took off and slowly bled out for 40 hours. And then this fucking psychopath, with the people he paid $55,000 to get to Cecil, so then they finish him off by shooting him. Isn't that great? It gets better. This fucking shitbag then decapitates Cecil's beautiful head, skins him, and then leaves the meat there to rot. So, not that it would make this story any more disgusting, but the fact that he had made no effort whatsoever to at least preserve the meat to feed some of the people in the area or whatever. No, he couldn't give a fuck. Because he wants a fucking head of a lion on his wall. And he wants to make a, I don't know, what do you do with lion skin? You make a fucking rug for your disgusting man cave in North Dakota, wherever the fuck this jagoff is from? It gets better. Okay, just a quick side note. He is still on the run. He claims he did nothing wrong, and fucking, there's some misinformation, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was hunting such a beloved, or... Okay, a couple of things wrong with that. Number one, if you didn't do anything wrong, then come out of hiding and face the fucking Zimbawe, prosecutors, or whatever fucking court system they have. And you're gonna get extradited by the U.S. You can guarantee that. So come on back to North Dakota. You'll get stuck on a plane. They're gonna bring you back to Africa to face the music there, fuckstick. Personally, I'd like to see him thrown into a lion's den with like a pocket knife or something and see how he does. I know that seems barbaric, but I'm fucking sick and tired of this kind of disgusting human behavior. Okay, let me finish making my point. I want to continue to let y'all know why this guy's a fucking scumbag. Apparently in 2008, he pled guilty to federal charges for poaching a black bear, which was killed 40 miles outside the legal hunting zone. Also in 2003, he paid a fine for fishing without a license. Not really the end of the world. Is a lifelong member of trophy hunting organization, the organization Safari Club International, where he brags about his 43 trophy kills. Caribou, moose, deer, buffalo, polar bear, mountain lion, the list goes on. Okay. Anyone who was hunting large or any size game, I don't give a fuck what size it is. It's just the larger, majestic animals are normally the ones that are a little more protected because there aren't that many of them. If you take pleasure or you make excuses for fucking scumbags like this, I'm speaking to you as well. You are about one molecule away from being a psychotic, psychopath serial killer. If you enjoy killing animals just because you like killing shit, and just so proud of your accomplishment. I mean, there's a picture of him with his arms wrapped around a jaguar or a tiger or something, and it's dead and it's bleeding, and he's just smiling bigger than shit. Couldn't be prouder of himself. I have so many problems with that. I don't have enough time in one video to express how many things are wrong with that. One of the things I have a problem with is this, and him in particular, and I've heard this argument from other people, but I'm gonna see if I can clear it up for some of y'all. If I hear one motherfucker tell me, oh, well, he uses a bow and arrow, so what? So he's a real hunter? In the true sense of hunter-gatherer? No, he's not. Have you seen these fucking bow and arrows lately? They're like $3 grand. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could snipe somebody with one of these fucking things from 100 meters. Like, it's as accurate as a gun. Okay, so stop pretending like you have been living in the wild with the indigenous peoples of fucking wherever, and you made a bow and arrow out of the materials around you and your tribe, and this was a lion that was getting close to y'all, and you had two choices: kill the lion, or he was gonna eat your whole fucking family. So you tracked it, and you fucking did all this great war-like hunting shit, and killed it with your homemade... That's not what happens. These fucking pricks, they ride around with these fucking bow and arrows that... I'm not even bullshitting. They are as accurate as a fucking firing a handgun. They use that. And then if for some reason, like in this particular case, it doesn't work, well then they, you know, they have a rifle, one of 10 fucking firearms they have with them, and then they have a gun to finish it off. So it's not like they are reaching some new level of bravery or skill or... It's fucking bullshit, okay? You pay $50,000 to lure a protected lion from a protected area. Okay, first of all, why are you shooting any lions? There are only 32,000 African lions left in existence. That's it. Not 320,000, not 3.2 million. 32 fucking thousand. Okay. This is not a situation like we have here in Louisiana with alligators. Did a little research. Got some friends that alligator hunt. Just for the record, my friends that hunt alligators, I can tell you with 100% certainty, they aren't doing it. They're not just sniping alligators in the head, chopping their heads off, and letting the body float out into the water and fuck it. They're just doing it because they want a big giant alligator head. Couple of things here. My hunter friends follow the guidelines to the fucking T. And every single part of that gator is being used. I'll explain in a second. I'm already running out of time. Okay. For better part of the 1900s, alligator hunting was completely unregulated. Then in about 1962, apparently, they did a survey, come to the conclusion that they were endangered. So some efforts were made to preserve them. They started to regulate. Well, they didn't hunt them for a while. Anyhow, a few years go by. It's in the 70s. Well, here we are in 2015. There are approximately 2 million alligators in just the swamplands of Louisiana. This does not include Florida. That's a lot of fucking alligators. And even then, the hunting of them is so tightly regulated, there is only a 30-day window in a calendar year that you can hunt alligators. And you have to have the right license. And they don't give licenses to everybody. And You can't just go kill 60 of them a day. There's a limit per day. There's a size limit. All this shit, okay? But that type of hunting actually helps the species thrive, because if there weren't some type of regulated hunting with these creatures, they would just overpopulate. They would run out of food. They would damage the ecosystem. They would be attacking people and animals with some regularity, which would be a problem. So the point I'm trying to make is that is not the situation we're in here. Polar bears, which she has rung up, even black bears, lions, giraffes, none of these animals are in abundance to the point of millions where there can be some regulated hunting of them and it actually helped the species. That is not the situation we're in. What we're talking about, and I'm so fucking sick. Look, I'm not a hunter, but I will tell you this. I was a fucking rifle expert in the Marine Corps, okay? For those of you who aren't familiar with the Marine Corps' rifle range, it's the most difficult of all the military, and it's not even fucking close. I don't know exactly what ranges they shoot from now, but when I was shooting it, it was 100 meters, 300, and 500. And these are all done with iron sights. If you are not familiar with iron sights, please Google it. Iron sights are basically little pieces of iron on the top of the rifle that you line up and use very, very basic marksmanship skills to hit your target. These fucking maniacs use scopes that are more expensive than the fucking rifle, okay? $5,000 for a scope that's zeroed in properly. I could shoot a fly off of the head of a person from 100 meters with these fucking scopes. So shooting a large game animal with a rifle, a high-powered rifle, with that sophisticated of a scope is not impressing anybody. So your fucking pictures, you're just smiling and so proud of yourself for killing. Motherfucker, you are one molecule away from being a fucking psychotic serial killer. Period. That's it. You got problems. And when I say you, I'm referring to every one of you motherfuckers out there. Every one of you fucks that participate in this foolishness or support it. I don't even remember who it was now. One of the girls we went to high school with was constantly posting pictures on Facebook with fucking dead giraffes and rhinos and these just beautiful, amazing large game animals that she killed in this safari shoot or whatever. Made me sick to my fucking stomach. Not like we don't talk anymore, but I just couldn't see it. So I had to block her ass. That was disgusting. And, okay, since we're talking specifically about lions here with this lunatic, have any of you been up close to a lion? Like at a zoo or at a wild animal park like they have in San Diego? It is one of the most impressive creatures, animals, beings you will ever see in your life. And if you're not impressed with it, well, you're just fucking stupid. I can't help you. If you're lucky enough to hear one roar, it will send chills down your spine. How anyone could take pleasure in blowing his fucking brains out so you could chop his head off and take a picture with it like a fucking asshole. I don't get it, man. Yeah. So, fuck him and his entire stupid family and anybody who's supporting him. All of y'all can take your psychotic, very, very dangerously close to being serial killer asses and get the fuck away from me and everybody else. Or, actually, what I'd like to see you do, all you fuckers dropped off into the wild for real with like a couple of hand tools. And see how well you do with your fucking skill set that you're so goddamn proud of. Anyhow, I'm about as aggravated as I can be on this topic, so I'm out.